Hi, thank you for joining me today. We are going to be practicing a yin class that is focused on two of our chakras. So we're going to focus on the solar plexus and the root chakra today. Remembering that a yin practice is really about holding poses for an extended period of time to not work the muscle but the deep tissues. So for class today, we're going to use, if it's accessible, 2 blocks, a strap, and a bolster. And we are going to come to a comfortable seat. We're going to start with our strap, and we're going to loop it in half here. And we're going to hold it in the right arm, or the right hand. And we're going to let this strap fall over the back here, really bending this elbow, pointing straight up, and this left hand's going to come back, come to that strap, and some of you might be able to take that hand clasp here, whatever feels right. The strap does assist in allowing you to really open though, to pull really deeply here. So extending that spine, making sure that chin is raised, we're not extending back or tucking forward, we're nice and tall. And we're going to really pull up with that left arm and pull down with that left arm and pull up with that right. Unlock your jaw, soften the face, and really breathe here. One more breath here. And then we'll release. And we can just take this strap and bring it over the left shoulder because we're going to switch sides. So we'll bring this right hand underneath, left arm on top. We're going to grab onto that strap, walk those hands down, really lifting that left shoulder up, and almost pressing the skull here into that arm. And recognize that there's probably a difference between the two sides. One side is typically more open than the other. And just recognize it without judgment here. And then settle into the breath, settle into the pose. Keep that nice extended spine. Keep that left elbow pointing up towards the sky. Really releasing if there's any holding in the body. One more breath here. And then release those arms. We're going to just set the strap to the side. We're going to take those legs out long, nice and wide. I'm going to grab one of these blocks. We're going to bring this block in about midway in the legs. We're going to start at the tallest part of the block here. Flex those toes, lengthen that spine, and we're going to come and we're going to forward fold here with that extended spine, resting on the block. Keep those feet flexed. Breathing into those legs. Nice extended spine. If you have a space, you can bring the block out a little bit further. Bring that forehead down, but not if that means you have to round. We're still extending here. That nice steady breath. If you find thoughts or emotions arising, notice them, but let them pass by. No need to attach, no need to judge. that spine's beginning to round, lengthen it out again. And as you're ready on an inhale, engage the core, lifting up. We're going to extend this left leg long in front of us. And this right leg is going to come back. And we're going to come into half hero here. So tucking the leg under a little bit here, top of the foot is what's on the mat. We're going to grab that strap. And if this isn't comfortable for you, you can bring the foot in here to the thigh. And we're going to bring this strap around the foot. Keep that nice extended spine as we come and fold forward. You can release the neck here, but again, we're never rounding, we're still extending. And we're going to walk this strap down a little further towards the middle of the foot here. Really trying to imagine that that heel is pressing that leg, that femur, back into the body, into that hip socket. And then staying with that steady breath. And if that back's starting to round, lengthen it out again. If that breath is starting to shorten it, lengthen it out again. And really breathe into the sensations. Most likely you are feeling a lot of them right now. And use that breath to guide you through those sensations. Doing your best to stay still in the posture, in the asana. Inhale, we're going to release, engage the core as we lift up. Let go of that strap, set it to the side. We're going to bring this right foot over the left leg. This right hand's going to come back to stabilize us and to give us some length as this left hand is wrapping around this right leg. That inhale is going to bring a little more lift in the spine. And that exhale is going to engage into that twist a little bit more with that core engaged here and a nice straight spine. And that nice steady breath. Keep lengthening the spine. If you find thoughts arising, notice them but let them go. And then gently releasing forward. We're going to come over to the left, bring the hands to the earth, and we're going to fold forward. And if you want to, you can even let that right hip raise a little bit off the mat. And then lifting back up. Extend that right leg long. We're coming into that other side. So that left leg is going to come back. Again, you can sit like this, or if you want to, you can bring that foot to the inside of the thigh. And we're going to take our strap and we're going to wrap around the center towards the base of this foot, because we're really focusing on pulling that leg back into the hip socket here. And then grabbing hold of that strap, really lengthening and extending that spine as we come down. Some of you guys might stay right here and this will be plenty. If you want to, you can come on the forearms, but only if that spine stays straight here. And recognizing it's going to make it quite a bit more intense to come down lower. Wherever you are, that beautiful straight spine and that nice steady breath as we really settle in and do our best to let go into this pose. Relax the muscles throughout the whole body so that we are moving beyond those muscles and we really have the chance to work the tissue here. And then release the neck if it feels right. We'll be here for a little bit, so stay with the breath and do your best to stay in stillness. Stay with that breath here. Keep that spine long and extended. Keep that life-giving breath. A few more breaths here. Then next inhale, we engage the core as we lift up. Setting that strap off to the side. We're going to bring this left leg around, just like we did on the other side here. Setting that foot on the outside of the knee. Root those sit bones. This left arm comes behind, creating some length in that spine. And we're going to wrap this right arm around. Flex those right toes here, nice and active. The next inhale creates more space in the spine. And that exhale, twist us in deeper. Keeping that core engaged so we're nice and supported here. A few more breaths here. And just like we did on the other side, we're going to release into a counter twist. So completely twisting the body over to the right. That bend in those arms. Again, you can lift that left hip up if you want as we release down here into that counter twist. A few breaths here. Again, you can stay up on the hands if that's what feels comfortable, or you can come down on the forearms, one or both. And the next inhale lifts us back up. We're going to bring a bend in both of these feet. And we're going to keep a little bit of space here, about 2 fists worth between the feet. And we're going to let these legs fall open to the side. You might want to block here and place it between the feet if you want. Either direction really works. And if it feels comfortable, we're going to try to wrap. So for some of you guys, you might get to here. But we're going to try to wrap these arms under the legs here. And again, we don't want to be super rounded here. We still want to lengthen. As we come down, you can set the forehead to the block. Nice steady breath. And these poses are really focused on the root and sacral because of these folds and these twists. So we're almost applying pressure to those areas. And when we constrict, when we then release, we allow a new flow of energy to come in, to reawaken us. Remembering to keep that long spine. We have a tendency to round when we stay in poses for an extended period of time. A few more breaths here. going to slowly release those arms. Press the palms into the earth as you lift the forehead. And unwrap here. We're going to grab our bolster. And we're going to take our counter pose here. As we bring this right up into the sacral, use those hands. Those legs can stay exactly where they are for now. As we lower the body down onto the bolster, shoulders are open, palms are facing up. Settling in here. If you're feeling any type of strain or sensation in the knees, you can actually bring the hands into fists and set them under the thigh here for a little more support on the legs. Keep that deep, steady breath. And we're going to take the soles of the feet to the earth. We're going to roll over to the left as we make our way back up. And then come into our last pose here before Shavasana. So soles of the feet to touch here as we move into Baddha Konasana. Really bring those heels in as close as it feels comfortable towards the ground here. We're going to bring this bolster to the front of the mat. We are going to set this block here at whatever level it feels right for you. Really depending on the flexibility of those hips. You're going to let the bolster sit on the feet here. Extend the spine forward on that inhale. And that exhale, we're going to fold down here. There might be a little bit of a round in the spine, but do your best to keep it extended here. And if you find yourself really rounding, then just switch the length here of the block and come on one of the longer sides so that it's a little bit more supported for you. And let's start with that right cheek to the bolster. As we settle in here for a few breaths. And then switching the neck, left cheek to the bolster. If you feel that more space has been created, you can switch the level of your block and maybe come in a little bit deeper. And bringing those hands to the mat, engaging that core as we inhale and we lift back up. Taking that bolster, setting it off to the side. Removing that block. Lift those knees up. And we're going to come down onto our back as we make our way into Shavasana, our final pose here. Shifting that tailbone under as we extend those legs out long. Let those hips fall open, those feet fall to the sides here. Roll those shoulder blades under the body. Gentle tuck of the chin as we lengthen the spine. Those palms are facing up. So we really let go of everything here. Releasing the breath. Releasing all of the muscles and the tension and any holding that you have in your body today. Really let it all go as you feel that you are supported by the earth below you. Let go into that support, into that holding, into that love. slowly start to deepen that breath. Bring some gentle movement to the fingers, the toes, the ankles, the wrists. And when you're ready, extending those arms above the head, full body stretch, fingertips to toes. Rolling onto the left side here for just a moment in that fetal position. And then next inhale, we rise up. Keep those eyes closed down as you return to that comfortable seat. And an inhale those hands to the heart center. Taking a moment for gratitude for yourself, for showing up for your practice today, showing up for your body, your heart, your mind, your spirit. And then next inhale, hands to your third eye center. Bringing balance to your point of clarity. That exhale brings the hands to the lips. Bringing balance to your words and your truth. The next exhale brings those hands back to the heart. Bringing balance in your love and balance in your heart. And from this place of balance within me, I recognize, honor, and appreciate the teacher, the light, the divine within each of you and all things. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.